Jared had grown up hearing the stories about the cornfield. The locals called it cursed, but he always thought it was just small-town superstition. Every year, kids dared each other to walk through the field at midnight. And every year, someone would chicken out before even getting close. This year, Jared decided to prove them all wrong. Jared slipped through the broken fence and entered the cornfield. The wind rustled through the stalks, and the full moon cast eerie shadows, making everything feel just a little too quiet. But he was determined to walk all the way to the center, where an old, abandoned scarecrow stood. As he moved deeper into the field, the corn seemed to grow taller, surrounding him like walls. He could no longer see the edge of the field, and the air grew colder. That's when he heard it, a faint whisper carried on the wind. He stopped, listening carefully. The whisper came again, clearer this time. Leaving. Jared laughed it off, assuming it was just his mind playing tricks on him. He continued walking, pushing through the thick stalks, but then the whisper turned into a low, guttural growl. He froze. Slowly, he shone his flashlight around, but nothing was there, just endless rows of corn swaying in the wind. His heart began to pound. He had heard the stories, but now they didn't seem so funny. The growling grew louder, closer. It wasn't an animal. It was something else. Jared picked up his pace, nearly jogging now. But the deeper he went, the more twisted the corn became. It was like the stalks themselves were closing in, trapping him. Then, in the distance, he saw the scarecrow, ragged and ancient, its head slumped forward. Something was wrong, though. It wasn't in the same place it had always been. As Jared got closer, he realized why. The scarecrow was walking toward him. Panic gripped him, and he turned to run. But no matter which way he went, the rows of corn seemed to twist and turn, trapping him in a maze. The scarecrow's steps were slow but deliberate. Its empty eyes locked onto him, and its mouth, sewn shut with coarse twine, began to twitch. Jared ran harder, pushing through the stalks, but it was too late. The scarecrow was always right behind him, no matter how fast he moved. Finally, he burst out into a small clearing in the middle of the field. There, in the center, was a gaping hole in the earth, like the mouth of some unseen creature. The growling returned, louder than before, coming from the hole. Suddenly, Jared felt cold hands grip his shoulders. He looked up. There was no scarecrow, only a shadowy figure with hollow, glowing eyes. The thing whispered again, but this time the words were clear. "You shouldn't have come." With one final push, the shadow hurled him toward the pit. Jared screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the corn. The next morning, the town searched for Jared, but no one found a trace of him. The only thing they did find was the old scarecrow, standing tall, in the center of the field once more.